Hi and welcome to another GM's Day Off. This time it will be Ethereal, GM'd by Zarek. Speaking of Zarek...
Hello.
Say hi,
Yes,
Zarek.
I'm Zarek, the lead designer of Indominant at Odinski Gaming, and today I get the pleasure of being the GM for Ethereal. I forget, you have a name, Ryan, for the GM, or it's just GM?
Just GM.
Yeah, cool, okay. Just want to make sure if we have nice flavorful things to mention that. So, yes, very excited to let Ryan play. I think this is going to be your first time, right, Ryan?
It is my first time.
Oh, yeah.
And
Very
Peter?
exciting.
No, Peter.
Hi, I'm Peter, creator and lead designer of Tales from Elsewhere, and I'm super excited to be here today because I've been talking to Ryan for a while now and been itching to play this game, so can't wait.
Trek.
Hi, I'm Trek. I'm usually very French, but today I'm going to be very American.
I'm sure your
And I'm-
accent will be excellent.
Absolutely not. It's going to be dreadful, but I'll still have fun.
That's what matters. And hi, I'm Ryan. I'm lead designer of Ethereal at Fineground Cryptids. So today we're getting to play our system here, which is awesome because I've only played like in little tiny playtests of our internal group, non-official sessions. So this is awesome. But Ethereal's all about hunting cryptids, working for a government agency known as the Beacon, and being undercover and going in and covering up these stories. So a big part of the gameplay is also creating cover-up stories and making sure people aren't aware of the greater cryptid and ethereal activity happening. So our group's going to be going in to whatever the situation is, led by Zarek, and we'll see if we survive and see if we can keep things under wraps.
Okay. So with that, we'll go ahead and introduce sort of the first bit here, refreshing everybody. So you've been dispatched to this area. It's a little town called, or I guess technically it's a village, but Mount Hood Village in Oregon. You guys were called to this area because there's been reports of livestock and pets going missing from the area from both residents and visitors camping here. It's a very kind of woodsy area where there's camping and things like that. Sometimes in these types of places, animals do get lost or killed by wild animals. But what makes it suspicious and why the Beacon is sending you here is that the rate at which these reports from the local police have been coming in has just gone up significantly recently. The area has also recently had become a hotspot for other paranormal type of activities, sightings of like Sasquatches, ghosts in the woods, or maybe scary creatures, things like that. A lot of supernatural phenomena, and that's increased the rate of visitors to the area as well. So things are starting to get kind of out of hand, and the Beacon would like you to see if there's something really going on here and try to get it under wraps. With that said, I did send you guys a few reports. You have 3 different reports. The Beacon thinks that these are the most believable or truthful reports that might actually be referencing ethereal activity. We'll do just like a little Cliff Notes version of each report. So report number 1 was a hiker or camper with their friend. They were up in Mount Hood National Forest, which is nearby in this area, specifically close to like Devil's Peak is what we're calling one of the mountains here. And it's at the edge of town, or like just outside of town, where the forest starts to get really heavy and there's a lot of camping. They're a very avid camper. They've never seen anything crazy in their life. And all of a sudden one time they heard a bunch of like howling and crazy scary sounds out at night, and it just gave them really creepy vibes, and for the first time they felt scared while camping, and they kind of hid in their truck, and then this crazy scream happened again in the middle of the night, and their vehicle had even been like shaken and started moving at night. They don't believe that it was mountain lions. They're, like I said, an avid camper, and so they know the sounds of mountain lions. Report number 2 was a driver on the highway going through the area. he reported on the side of the road seeing like a giant leaf get moved with what appeared to be a large hairy arm sticking out from behind the leaf. But something about it just, he thought he saw a ghost, or they thought they saw a ghost. But just in disbelief thinks that it was more than likely a bear. Bears are known to be in the area, and so just kind of brushed it off, but still did report this. So the third one was, again, another very descriptive report where another camper with some of their friends, they were just out at night, and they actually came face to face with whatever this creature was. Well, maybe face to face is a little bit extreme, but they had close contact. They saw eyes in the middle of the night, like greenish yellow eyes, and they asked their friend to come help them. And by the time they turned around to grab the gun and looked back, it was gone. So those are kind of the three main reports that have really keyed in the beacon. And you guys have entered town. I guess I will let you describe kind of what your goal is. You know, you would stay in town. It's maybe 10 to 15 minutes down the road where from where some hotspot activity has happened, which we'll kind of get into once you guys get started. So with that, I guess, yeah, you want to introduce your characters. Benny O'Brien, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, Benny O'Brien's got some short orange cut hair that curls just a little bit at the side there. He's got a little bit of stubble on his face from not shaving from the journey on into town. He wears pretty plain clothing, shotgun strapped across his back. Clothing's like a dark green color with like a jacket over top of it. A couple pins sitting on the shoulder there, and as he kind of is stepping into town with the group, his eyes are kind of just tracing across the town, kind of taking everything in.
Next is Dominic.
Dominic Brown is an older man with a finely combed beard. He is wearing priest robes and a noticeable silver cross. It's relatively plain looking. It's really just a small cross made out of silver. He has a calm energy around himself, just...
Next is, I believe, Santon.
So I'll be playing Santon Melrose, a private eye from Chicago, who is dressed in his one good suit, his only suit, which is in a classic early turn-of-the-century suit. He's a hard-drinking man, and he's got big, brawny hands, not so much dexterous, but you can tell by his split knuckles and his broken nose that he has been in quite a few scrapes. Other than that, he looks like an everyman on the street.
And last but definitely not least, we got Tracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Tracy, the truther. Definitely a bit of a oddball. He's like this very skinny guy with a large beard. Spends most of his days shirtless, but like if the cover story needs me to wear clothes, I guess I will, you know. He's kind of like the way our secret organization usually uses me, because I'm kind of like likable, I guess, is I pretend to be a conspiracy theorist who's actually investigating whatever we're investigating, and because I'm so ridiculous, people feel good about themselves by doubting me. So that kind of helps bury the lead.
He's a local crackpot. Nobody believes
I'm a
him.
local crackpot. Yeah.
So with that, I guess we'll sort of jump into town. I guess the best way to get this started is if you guys sort of want to plan what your reason for being here as a group is in town.
Yeah.
Sort of start the initial phase of your cover-up, if you will.
So I think a natural place to start, because of these reports, is we could be working for some sort of game warden or environmental agency, because there could be like, oh, these reports are indicative of, what is it called, an invasive species that we need to go, like, you know, investigate, because we have a hunter here that can just pass as a hunter, right? Like, yeah, you know, we have a hunter. I don't know how to. Okay, the oddball of that whole thing is the priest.
I can make a great salesperson too, if
yeah,
needed.
like we could just be like, why is the priest there?
I mean, I could just change the clothes and hide my
Yeah,
cross
you could be in
and
disguise.
not be outwardly a priest.
Yeah, and then you dramatically pull off the cloak.
Yeah.
Gandalf. Yeah, that's a natural place to start. I think we
We could also have the priest not being like necessarily part of our group, like where we're from, but is with us because maybe they're surveying the land for potential space to expand.
Yeah, they could be here for different reasons.
For different reasons, but with the group, like we're all from the same city, we know each other, and they
The same train.
like the church you're from knew that we were heading here anyways. They're like, oh, do you want to go survey out the land while they're up there? Basically, and we kind of like are extra, or also work as protection on the same.
Right. That's not bad. And I can
That
just
way-
be the government suit. Like I'm me and Trek would probably be the agents for the game or the wildlife organization because your Tracy's a good talker.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Know, yeah, I kind of like that.
Oh,
Dominic's
okay.
here to kind of like check out the land, expand on the sect, and while I'm here, I'm kind of acting as the hunter's protection. You guys are the government side of it. Sounds pretty solid to me.
And this is where Peter doesn't know what in 1905 what the government agency might have been set up.
That's where we get to. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
We get to make that up.
Yeah, we're like 1930s to 40s, right?
No, or a little earlier. Right? It's pre-World War II.
1905, yeah.
What my vibe was.
It's what Zarek honestly wants.
Oh,
Generally,
yeah.
it's early 1900s. Generally, is the base is like around 1900s to 1910, basically. But if you want to do a little bit later, Zarek, you can do later.
Okay. No, that's fine, honestly. That whole time
But
period
when
is
did
totally
Teddy
fine.
Roosevelt become president? And that's when you get various wildlife and natural protection agencies being created.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when did that happen?
Yeah,
That's a good...
I'm trying to remember what year he became president because he was like a senator before that. Anyway.
I mean, which timeline, the time is pretty important for my character because he's a war veteran. He used to be a combat medic, and depending on where we are in time, changes the war where I'm a veteran from.
Changes the war. Yeah.
Oh
It's like,
yeah,
is it Spanish
in the
American
Second
War or
World
is it World
War.
War I?
Then the next time I talk about it's the First World War, then the Spanish-American War.
Those are pretty much your only two realistic options, I think, timeline-wise.
Yeah.
We'll go with the standard setting. So, like, we'll just say early 1900s to before 1910.
Okay.
Yeah, pre-World War I. So then it would be Spanish-American War.
Yes.
Would be, which would be better enough. Which is where Teddy Roosevelt was. He was in that war. Okay, so we're part of the Wildlife Commission here to investigate reports of potentially an invasive species. We can say like it's a species come down from Canada potentially. This is a breed of bear that we don't usually have here in Oregon, right? It's come down from up north. We had some unusually cold winters up there. We got reports, and so we've been seeing wildlife, et cetera, et cetera.
Let's just make sure we're very vague about what we think it is. Yeah, because if it turns out not being like, let's just say something that can
It's
come
a
off
ghost.
pass off as a bear, and we come up and say, oh, we know what it's going to be an invasive bear. We can just say we think it's an invasive species, and then
Invasive species, yeah.
and then evolve it from there based on what we end up finding about this thing.
Yeah. It's just those Canadian ghosts. They sometimes come down when the winters are really cold.
Migrating ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
I like it. So yeah, and my assumption is that this was planned on the way over, and so Beacon maybe gave us like outfits or something really simple. Does that sound fine, Zarek? Like we have clothes.
No, I like the idea.
Everyone dressed like a government agent.
Yeah, I think that'll work very well considering how your introduction to what's going to happen. It'll give you a good reason for it. So I guess, would you guys say that you would have called the local cops ahead of time to let them know that you're here?
Oh yeah. We'd send a telegram over to them, and
Call loosely.
the phone has been invented.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'd have it here in the shadow of Mount Hood, Oregon.
right.
I've definitely done a few missions where I was a salesman trying to install some new phone lines.
Yeah, I mean, traveling salesman.
So we'll say then that you guys, you've been alerted, the local police, your presence or approach, and what day you're planning to get there. So when you come into town, let's just say it's the following day after you've arrived, and you know that you need to go to the cops and talk to the police for the local area. They kind of double as park rangers here, just they don't have a ton of resources in this small town, and so these police officers, they're used to being out in the wild. They're kind of keeping the peace in all those ways. So you would know that you are going to go meet police officer Elijah Harris and Bellamy Ray. You'll go outside of town. There's sort of a small little outpost on the edge of town for the police where they have some supplies and things like that before they get out into like the woods and the thick of it. And just keep in mind, this map isn't to scale. It's more so what would be the like diagrammatic, I guess.
Yeah. We're not counting hexes and doing a hex crawl here across town. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's only 15 feet between the farm.
Yeah, get out the measuring tool. Wow, I could just take a couple steps.
Cool.
I could use my tactical action and get there right now.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll start going by the local constabulary and check in with them first. This is all above board.
But I think I will have like a ranger's outfit. I don't think squeezing in the priest angle makes sense here. It's less suspicious if I just pretend to be also a ranger. I mean, I do have a shotgun, so I mean, it's for emergencies only. But
it's our bear shotguns.
Yeah, exactly.
For the squirrels, it's full of rock salt. It's not it's not buckshot.
Very large bears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very large bears. Are there any other kind?
All right, let's go check out this police and park ranger outpost. See what's the up and up.
You guys arrive. Like I said, it's sort of a small outpost for the police. They've got some, medical supplies, some rifles, hunting weapons, things like that. And you arrive, and they knew to meet you here at this day and roughly around this time. So they're kind of waiting outside for you. And as you approach, they just kind of like wave, say hi, introduce themselves. First, you have Elijah Harris. He explains to you that he's been in Mount Hood village for quite some time. His family was from a small town nearby, a bigger town nearby, and he came up to visit this area throughout his entire life. And so this has been sort of an important place to him and his family. And so he always wanted to be a park ranger and a cop, and that's what he did, is he came up here to kind of help keep people safe and guide people through things. As, out in the woods, sometimes people get injured and they need help. So just one of his callings. And then you have Bellamy Ray. He introduces himself. He's sort of a new person in town. One of their other cops, an older gentleman that trained Elijah Harris, had left, just retired, and so Bellamy Ray is sort of a new police officer in town. And Elijah doesn't really know much about him. Nobody knows him super well. As I said, he's new. He's kind of from the south. He just seems sort of like a gruff guy, but he explains to you that he lives nearby, out in the forest. Actually, he lives at sort of a cabin out in the forest by the base of the mountain. You guys are coming to visit here.
Quick question for you. Can I detect Mr. Harris, what his accent is? He says he's from South. But does he come off as not local, or does he have an Organian accent?
Elijah Harris is a local guy, yeah. He's been from the area. He grew up close by, and his family visited here very regularly.
Gotcha. So he's not from far away.
Correct.
He's from this. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, from the area, just a bigger town nearby.
Gotcha.
Maybe like an hour or two away kind of thing, so that his family was visiting regularly. Now, before they kind of start telling you about the details of the crime scenes, if you will, or scenes where some of the things have been happening that have been bothering some local folks.
Do you want to ask them anything specific? Which, yes, yeah. Absolutely. I kind of want to first, butter them up and, reassure them, oh, yeah, Officer Harris, Officer Ray, I'm Tracy Truman with the NWPA. Don't worry, we've got a bunch of similar cases in neighboring counties, and we've dealt with them. Thank you so much for your cooperation in this affair. The more you cooperate, the faster we'll take.
Bellamy just kind of speaks up. He says, appreciate it there, Tracy. we're getting concerned because we have been having a lot of families and local folks losing some of their animals and having some of them even die. It's just sort of an alarming rate, and it's all been concentrated near this one area up here by Devil's Peak.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be no problem, Mr. Harris and Mr. Ray. This is definitely within the NWBA's purview. Ain't nothing we haven't seen before. Sure, it's just some extant species that we have to go shoo along.
What's this here NWBA? I never heard of this.
NWBA. Yeah, National Wildlife Protection Agency, of course.
Oh, it must be some newly established.
That's right. President Roosevelt himself and just put that into place recently. I can see how you wouldn't get news of that all the way here in the West.
It's pretty brand new, honestly. It's
very new. Yeah.
Indeed.
He's making sweeping changes. And I double checked. He was president at the time we're playing.
you know how them new presidents go. They like to bring in their new organizations and groups and try to make big changes. Huh?
Yeah, like to shake things up. And Peter needs his historical context.
On the map here, can you show? And I hold towards the map, like how there's the trail that's to the north of Devil's Peak Mountain and the one on the more the south. Which one of these is where you see more of that activity?
Really, it's been all around here. And then Elijah kind of steps in and he says, I assume a Oregon accent is kind of just normal, Midwesterner sort of accent. So I'll just use
We're not voice actors. We're not voice actors, so.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and who can say over 100
just
years
make
ago
it easy to
say about it?
True. So Elijah steps in and he says, well, we've gone and marked up this map. Some of these folks are people I've known for quite some time growing up here as a kid, and some of them have had some family, pets gone missing. Even Bellamy Ray here himself, his cat's gone missing, and so we just need to help him out. Points out to you on this map, you've got a couple X's, and these are where they've gotten several calls and they've actually gone themselves to sort of inspect things, but they haven't been able to do a thorough investigation, and that's when they actually reached out. Elijah himself reached out to kind of get help from the NWBA.
I keep thinking the WNBA.
Yeah, that's where my brain is going.
NWPA, National Wildlife Protection Agency.
Yes. I'll make sure I'm very clear.
I know I had to write it down because I keep.
Yeah.
That should be no problem, sirs. We'll go and take another look. Good to have another set of eyes on all these X's you've marked, and I'm sure it's nothing untoward that we can't have wrapped up quick as a jiff.
Yeah.
Probably just some invasive species coming down from north. So.
Yeah. We trank it, we bag it, we get out of here. It'll be as if they were never here. As if this never happened. As if you never met any of us.
You have nothing to worry about.
If things could just go back to normal.
Yep.
Like I said, it's a beautiful area. I love it here, but it's just been worrying me. That's why I reached out to the NWPA. So up here at the northeast on your map here, we've got Landry's cabin. Paul Landry, he's the father of the family. He has a cabin up here. He lives down in the village, but he rents out this cabin to visitors. Lots of folks like to come out here and camp. It's beautiful. We got great weather and actually been very busy out here. But recently, one of the visitors on their way up to his cabin, they called in that there is a dead elk right on the trail, or just off the trail, towards this cabin that they were renting. And Paul, he's not really the nicest man. He gets pretty angry about things, but he keeps the cabin nice and clean, and he doesn't really like to have people having to deal with such problems. And so he's been staying up at the cabin. We informed him not to do anything with the elk's body. There's some other worrying signs that I'm seeing, but when we get up there, I can kind of explain to you what's concerning me there. All these signs point to some wildlife, but there's something concerning me beyond that. And then down at Old Man Jenkins' house, he's sort of an old crotchety man, bit creepy. He's never done anything mean that I've seen in my life, but nobody really likes him. Nobody talks to him. We don't know him too well. But his
Been
dog,
here since a wagon train brought him, huh? On the trail.
yeah, he's probably a bit angry because the village has been growing, and he used to live a little solitary life.
Yeah, was this?
But like I said-
Would you find gold up here? Like, why did this village form originally?
I think it's just because it's beautiful camping. I don't know. It's not a very big town.
Oh yeah, not a problem, not a problem. And this is like an aside to us. Do we really want him walking with us? I think we can probably do. We probably want to do this on our own. Otherwise, we're gonna have to.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. We may want to leave him back here potentially, because we don't have the Men in Black mind wipe
Yeah,
device. You know what I mean?
that's not invented yet. That's a few years out.
I say, I'll turn and say to him, like, oh well, we don't need no chaperone as we go around town, but if you could just let us know what you were concerned about, we'll go and take a look ourselves. Don't want to bother you. I'm sure you got your hands full as it is.
To be honest, sir, my hands are full with this task. This is kind of my utmost
okay.
important task on my list. Bellamy here, he's a great officer. He can take care of all the other things. It's not a very large town, so
Well,
we don't have our hands too full. And I really think I should go with you.
Well,
bring him on the first
generally how our group operates is we like to divide and conquer a little bit here. So, like, if you're saying you have other tasks to do relate to this, maybe we can go check out this elk and such, and we can meet back here later if you'd wish. Like,
You know what I was also thinking? If we take him with us to the first one, we can maybe convince him, like, we'll find the clues, but then say that it's natural wildlife. Like, put him at ease, maybe. That could be another play. Like, oh yeah, oh definitely, we've seen this before, type of thing. As we keep huddling, like,
we have our own like system and our own like rules, so we're just checking if
We
we
raise
can.
eyebrows in like Morse code.
yeah. Well, new government agencies, they have all sorts of red tape and bureaucracy, so we just got to check our notes on what we can and can't do. So yeah, let's go check out Landry's cabin real quick, and I'm sure we'll just find nothing untoward.
Okay. It'll take us maybe about 15 minutes to get there, so I'll bring our reports that we noted down for the rest of the scenes here. But, I just want to explain everything real good to you guys. So,
Of course.
while we walk, I'll let Bellamy stay back here. We need to keep the station manned up here. So,
Telegram's ringing off the hook, huh? I stare over at the quiet telegram.
hey, you never know when
You never
an
know.
emergency might come in.
There's no voicemail, so.
Exactly. What's voicemail?
Yeah, what a weird thing to say.
It sounds like alien technology.
This guy is like 100 unease at this point.
I know, this guy's
Yeah,
really.
I was gonna say, I guess the unease.
So that's up to you. So unease is like if you think that this person is of influence or of power, and we've done something that would put him more on edge to not necessarily believing that it's a theory activity, but something maybe necessarily is a little off. You could tell us as a group, like, your group has gained one ease, and you can explain why, or you could not give us any reason at all if you choose.
Okay, cool.
And then it's up to us to either try to reducing that unease or just living with it.
Like the little thing pops up, Elijah Harris will remember that.
Yeah, it's basically that, yeah.
Okay, Bellamy, you notice he's sort of checked out in a sense. He's not really too involved, and he doesn't seem to be caring about this as much as Elijah. But I'll definitely say that your unease now at this point, I would have said it started at like a 2. I think you're coming up now to a 3.
3 unease, okay.
Yeah, and you'll kind of find out why here in a little. Don't want to give away too much, but
Yeah, that's fair.
so you guys can go ahead and start on your way. And as you guys are walking down the trail, he's going to.
Just so everyone knows, so unease, so check off 3 on your unease, and that means that any skill checks you have to do that have to relate to talking to anybody that's a local, you subtract that off of your skill check, basically. Unless you have discretion. So if you're a more personal character, you'll have discretion. It's then just the difference. So if you have, like, let's just say you have 2 discretion and 3 unease, it's only a -1.
Yeah. Who has, I have 3 discretion. What are everybody's
4
discretion?
over here.
I have 4. What I wanted to suggest, I have the ability ceremony. If there's at least one civilian close by, I can make a ceremony and reduce unease by 2. And I can only use this once. Maybe I could be like, You know, good sir, I am a man of faith, and I just want to do a little prayer before we go so we can find out what it is, solve the problem, and be sure that our Lord up high is with us.
And then that's your ceremony.
I didn't thought I had to use it this early, but I thought we started with on E0 or something.
Yeah, the town's really on edge already.
Yeah.
So this is great. You're already going to put Harris and Ray potentially at ease.
Yeah, so how much does it, how do you reduce it?
There needs to be at least one civilian within 60 feet, so we have 2 within like a few feet only. And the unease is less than 5. I can lower the group's unease by 2. It doesn't say any time or anything. I would roleplay to just make like a group prayer, because I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people were also so religious this time, so just doing a random prayer would calm everybody's nerves, ensuring everything will be fine. God,
Nice.
Okay,
our Father, protects us.
Is this the kind of thing that I can call for a check for?
So it's supposed to be an ability that just works. It just is just a thing that they
He gets to do it
internally.
just once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're down to unease of 1 now then.
Yeah.
Woohoo. I'm useful.
I mean, it's unease just because he's calmed us. Or calmed them doesn't mean that we can't get the unease back easily.
Oh
too.
yeah. It's gonna.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right.
It's helping the debt, our initial unease debt.
Yeah. All right. Let's follow him to
Okay.
the Landry's cabin.
So as you guys are going to Landry's cabin, Elijah Harris is being really forthcoming with you. He may be a little suspicious, but it's not necessarily of whether you are good people per se. It's more just what's going on here. And as you guys are going, he'll explain to you the other 2 sort of crime scenes, if you will. So Old Man Jenkins' dog, as you guys are passing on the trail on the way to Landry's cabin, is Old Man Jenkins' house. And he'll explain to you that Old Man Jenkins' dog went missing. It's a dog that he keeps outside regularly. He's got it on a leash, and it's got a little dog house that it stays in, and it's been missing for a few days now. Well, I guess at this time it's been probably like a few weeks, just because of communication.
Yeah, the train.
Yeah, and this is like a dog that has been a hunting dog for him and is a very good, like big, strong dog.
Yeah, sight hound or a scent hound? I ask. I'm making small talk with him as we travel to make it more mundane, right? Like asking just very normal, like chit chat stuff. Zarek doesn't have to actually answer if it's a sight hound or a scent hound.
I was gonna say scent. Yeah.
Okay, it's a scent hound.
More of a scent hound. You know, the woods here are a bit thick, and so scents tend to be
Makes sense to me.
much more impactful here. And while he explains that, he says that, you know, Old Man Jenkins hasn't really done any searching himself. He's old now, and so he's just sort of been dealing with it, but he's lonely without his dog. And
That makes sense. Good pooch at your sides. Definitely something you want out here in the woods. But now that we're here, we'll get to the bottom of it. You know, I'm sure that pooch is probably just got snatched up by invasive species of wildlife up from Canada, maybe, or down from Canada. Probably nothing untoward. Nothing untoward.
that would be sort of settling, I guess, for what it's worth.
I'm sure you guys have mountain lions and stuff like that around here too. You know, I'm sure this is
bears.
Yeah, bears.
Yeah. And then he tells you about the Ortega farm, that one of their goats on the farm has died, but it doesn't seem to be natural causes. And he's going to explain to you that he didn't write all these details in the reports because he's a little suspicious of Bellamy. Bellamy's just new here, and he lives out by Devil's Peak, and he just hasn't been putting in a lot of effort per se. He doesn't seem to care too much about the folks in town and in the area. And so he left out some key details in the official reports. And what he tells you at the Ortega farm is that while the report says it seemed to be of natural causes, it seems like the throat of the goat was slit. And then Bellamy's cabin, the last sort of issue is that Bellamy's cabin has a missing cat. He had a pet cat, and it's just disappeared. He wasn't really able to find too much information and do much of an investigation because Bellamy just sort of swept it under the rug in a sense. He didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but he did mention that his cat had disappeared.
I would.
I do have
When he mentions the goose with the slit throat, can I try to reassure him, like, oh yeah, we've heard of Canadian wolves. They don't just hunt for food; they hunt for sports. You know, they kind of scary beast like that.
One question, just so we can pin down what kind of invasive species exactly it is. Did the goat still have all its blood?
You know, it seemed like it was completely drained of blood, and there's some blood on the ground, but most of it seemed to be missing. The amount of blood on the ground didn't look like enough for a full.
I wouldn't be too concerned about that, honestly. You know,
full exsanguination, common.
Most people don't know also that goats, a lot of their blood flows through their throat, so when it gets slit, it easily can drain out. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. We see this all the time. As my friend said,
you want to give me a persuasion skill check here?
Yeah, you want persuasion or deception?
Can I give like the persuasion, because I was the one who mentioned that there are specific types of animals that might be sucking out blood.
It's like, let Blaze roll it.
It's up to Derek. You can also give, if you want to, you can also give advantage with
for helping,
assisting and stuff like that. So
yeah, you can go ahead and do it, Blaze. I would say persuasion or deception. That's up to you.
I would go with persuasion. I got +4 of that one. 9. You know what?
Are you adept?
Yeah, exactly. That's what was I going to say. I'm adept. I'm using one of my adept charges to re-roll that. 14. I think I'm gonna stick with that.
It was a little better, yeah.
I guess he accepts the information. He says, you know, there's always some crazy animals out in the wild that we're still finding, huh?
Yeah, the frontier's like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys approach Landry's cabin, and when you show up, on the side, like I mentioned earlier, sort of on the side of the trail, as you approach the area, you can smell sort of a off-putting scent. It smells like death for sure, but almost something, there's some sort of odd smell that you smell. And so Elijah points off to the side, and he explains that, you know, the dead elk is over there. He walks with you over to the dead elk's body, sort of off the trail a little bit, and he shows you the scene here, and you see a dead elk. You can't tell yet if there's any like slit throat or anything. It's just dead. And
now,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask, are any of us trained in medical?
I'm trained in medical.
Yes.
I'm okay at medical as well.
Okay, so maybe Tracy, you and me, let's talk him up off to the side while the two of you go inspect. So when you make some sort of grisly discovery, you know, he's not watching us do that. And
I also want to, like, when we walk into that smell for the first time and everybody's like covering their nose because they're adapting to it, I also happen to be very good at smelling things specifically. Can I try to maybe recognize that smell?
Absolutely, yes. I guess what would that be here? We've got, what are you trying to use, I guess? Perception, intuition? You tell me what you're trying to use.
I guess intuition would be very helpful because the other ones I have -1 in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do that. As you approach, you can sort of sniff out and see if you can't smell anything.
Because I'm a beast man, I have +1d6 on those. 6 and 4 and 3 for a total of 13.
You definitely smell something odd, but you can't tell what it is. It definitely smells unnatural, but that's sort of all you can glean.
All right.
We're all covering our nose. Tracy's just taking a big whiff.
Yeah, and as you guys approach, Officer Elijah Harris mentions it's a bit odd for an animal of that size to be dead and have no signs that it's been consumed. You know, normally out here in the woods, if it was like a bear or a mountain lion, it'd probably be eating this kind of creature.
Yeah, but that's only because those mountain lions, you know, they're on their territory. But if it's something from Canada, like, it's panicking, it's not home right now. Can make it a bit erratic, but we'll take care of it.
So you two distract them, do they need a roll for that while we investigate?
I think he's okay. He's sort of trusting what you guys are doing right now. So he gave you enough information as what he gleaned. Like I had mentioned, they didn't do like a super thorough investigation. They just looked at a couple things, but Elijah called in for some expert assistance, right? Mm-hmm. So he'll stand off to the side here with Santon, or I guess Mel was what you were saying your nickname was, right? Mel and Tracy. Or, oh no, Tracy, you're going up to the body. Who is standing off to the side?
No, I'm distracting him as well.
Okay.
The two of us.
Very distracting.
It's basically the
Right,
hockey.
Dominic, lead the way.
Okay.
And I'll follow along with Dominic as we go up to the body.
As you guys walk up to the body, you notice again it's a dead elk. There's no immediate signs of potential cause of death, but oddly nearby, we're talking in the forest in the woods, there is a depression of the plant life, and it's sort of a large depression. It almost looks like something smushed like a bush or brush nearby.
Okay.
I want to look specifically at the deer and its blood content. Is there any blood left?
Give me a medical skill check, please.
Got +4 on that one. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
23.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you notice, so you turn it over. Well, you can't just like lift this whole elk's body, but you sort of palpate on the underside. I'm gonna guess, do you have gloves on?
Of course, like.
And you feel on the underside of the elk's body that there is definitely a lot of blood pooled underneath it. And something a little bit odd about the blood is that it's thick and like dark, much darker than you would normally expect. And it does appear like this elk is drained of blood.
Is Benny, are you in like hearing range so that I can whisper something to you?
Yeah, I'm basically next to you. I'm basically kneeling and looking also, kind of thinking.
So, I'm thinking chupacabra. What are you thinking?
Thinking the beacon's got us into another mess here. I look back towards the trail where Elijah's sitting. I'm like, we're gonna need to come up with something very soon to get this man not so suspicious. And then I look over to like where the leaves are like clumped in, and I look back to you and I go, I was thinking maybe I'd take some leaves and put some chalk in it, and we tell him that's possibly that this deer ate something it wasn't supposed to and got sick. That might be the reason also why other animals haven't been going after it, because they could tell that it died of sickness. Would also explain why there's still a lot of blood in it.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'm kind of like position myself a bit so that they don't see that he's gathering leaves, so I'm just gonna like stand in between, giving him slight cover.
I'm gonna go look around the edge of a tree so it's not like in complete view. Grab whatever leaves are on the ground there, and then from my bag I'm gonna take out a piece of chalk, and I'm gonna crumble up some chalk on and like kind of wipe on the leaf, just to give the leaf a bit of like a white texture. It doesn't look natural basically, and then I'm go, oh, that's interesting, very loudly enough so that everybody can hear that. And I'm gonna come up from behind the tree with this leaf that's got a white powder on it, and I go up to obviously to Dominic and myself, but not like so obvious everyone else. Just go, Dominic, what do you make of this here? And I'm gonna show him the leaf with the chalk on it.
Oh yes, definitely. These are poisoned. That these trees sometimes get a sickness that and if any animals eats them, they are also infected by it. Very deadly, but yeah, that would explain why nobody has been eating this deer. Animals usually can smell that in the air. That's probably also why this deer stinks more than usual.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Oh yeah, we've seen that before because you guys walked over, right? Like make sure that Ray can hear it. Or not Ray, Harris.
Yeah.
And okay, that makes a lot of sense. And we'll bag it we'll take another sample back with us.
I'll take like my instant camera, photo camera out of my bag and go. I need to make a report.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess, Blaze, you were kind of the one leading that. So you want to give me a deception skill check? And Ryan, please, as you were, looking at the leaves, we'll say
Yes.
that you give me a perception roll, please.
Oh, yeah, 22.
Okay.
Can I,
Yeah, he definitely believes that this poisoned plant sort of theory here. Wow. Okay.
18.
18? Yeah, so Ryan, you notice that near or where this depression of leaves are, when you sort of pick up the leaf samples, you see on the ground that there's actually I guess you would call it a demonic symbol, sort of etched into the ground.
Okay.
And so when you pick up those leaves, you notice that. And you see.
So it's in the dirt, sorry? Like it's been drawn into the dirt?
Yeah, it was like drawn into the dirt. You see that there was signs of like some flames, maybe like there was candles there that burnt up some leaves.
Okay. So with that info, I would have also taken like a moment to quickly sketch that symbol down and then like kind of push some dirt or leaves over top of it so that if he comes over, he wouldn't have seen this demonic symbol. Like I'm not going to like destroy the symbol, but kind of just cover it up just a bit, just so it's not super obvious if he walked over there.
He believes, like I mentioned, that you guys have proven that it's sort of a poisonous plant, and that's why the animal's been left. He asks, with this poisonous plant, is there any special disposal that we need to go through? Is there, I would hate for some animals or somebody to make the poor choice of just picking up a dead elk and consuming it if it's been poisoned. Can you guys help with the disposal?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure that's all taken care of there. Usually you don't have to worry too much. It's a very rare disease for some trees. Seems like it's just this one tree here, so we'll make sure it's taken care of. And usually animals do avoid it, but sometimes some animals are hungry, so they just go after stuff that they're not supposed to. But it's not usually a common thing by any means.
Yeah, he accepts that and believes it, and you guys can sort of be on your way. So if you guys want him to not accompany you anymore, he's very persistent, like I mentioned. He would really like to. As he mentioned, he's sort of suspicious about some things that are going on, and so he really wants to accompany you.
Oh, well, I have
this.
the perfect thing you could actually do. You're talking about removal here. You can go and send maybe a teleprompt to the NWPA on our behalf, since we don't want Bellamy, as you said, you want 100% trustworthy of Bellamy, so we would want him doing it. But if you could send a telegram on our behalf down to the NWPA on about the disposal requirement and what we've found here so far, that would be very helpful.
That makes sense. I think that'd be just a task. I don't really want Bellamy getting too involved with this.
Exactly. So how about you do that, and we'll meet back with you shortly.
Yeah, you give him like the telegram instructions. Then
I purposely make it very, very long. Like it's a lot of stuff he needs to type. It's a lot of tapping.
To the National Wildlife Protection Agency. Stop.
Yeah.
Found evidence of it. Stop. Right? You know how they do this.
Right.
I make the name of the fake poison like extremely long.
Name.
It's a very scientific name. Yeah.
Dockside, Losindod,
Easy to get wrong.
Negation,
you'll have to-
Magnikis, Sokrasemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
Okay.
Make sure you type in that name 100% properly, because there's a few that have very similar names to it, and if you mess it up, they'll have the wrong poison. You don't want that. We want to make sure that they know the right poison.
They'll have the wrong antidote too. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's a mess.
Yeah, make sure you write that properly, and it literally is like 3 lines on the notepad, basically.
When we believe at the NWPA to measure twice, cut once, so you should really be super certain that that telegram is correct. You may need to read it over a few times before you start clicking away on your telegram machine.
Okay. I'm really excited. I can't wait to be
at all.
such a help. Yeah. He very clearly is like excited. You guys have amped him up. I'll actually reduce, for just that clever explanation, your unease again down to
You're
0.
back to clear unease, guys.
Yeah.
So when the body
Zero
count starts
unease.
rising,
Our job is
Best part
done.
was it was believable to begin with, and we just kept adding on to it and just making it less believable. We're just like,
the
there it is.
lie is getting too specific.
Yeah. He's like, I get it, all right? I got it.
How could this not be true?
Yeah, this is. all four of these people say it's true. So
Yep. All right, so he's heading away then.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and head away, and he points out to the path. You know, you have this map with all these X marks, so you know where to go. And he says, "I really think you should stop and speak to Old Man Jenkins on the way. Like I said, he's a bit of an old hermit, but he's really not a bad guy."
sounds good.
Sounds good.
So with that, he takes the information you gave him. He leaves you the other reports with the information he has, and I'll even say he leaves you like his own personal notes with some extra information.
As soon as he's out of range, I'm gonna tell them about the symbol I saw, and I'm gonna show the symbol that I drew.
I'm adept with spiritual. So maybe I can take a look.
Yeah, you can do a spiritual skill check for me.
See if I.
You plainly can all see that it's like a pentagram kind of symbol, and Ryan's character Benny mentions that there was some signs of like flames, like potentially candles that were lit.
I want to see if I can recognize the spell with the spirituality check.
Go ahead.
Come on, 10. Do I use another adept token. This might be important.
Okay.
Come on. 30.
A little better.
There you go. That works. You notice that this is the symbol of a cult that worships cryptids specifically, that has been kind of growing, not just in this area. This is probably the first time you've heard or seen of that symbol being in this area of the U.S. It's telling you that there's a cult that's begun some activity here, and they worship cryptid creatures and things like that. With that, I guess, do you guys want to head back to Old Man Jenkins' home?
Yep.
Yeah.
Next stop.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as Elijah is out of earshot, I go, "Hoo-wee! I'm sure hope he bought this. I hate doing this voice."
I didn't think he was ever gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna run to the restroom really quickly, but you guys can continue. I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, so you guys go over to Old Man Jenkins' home. Would you like to knock on the door? You do have the report. You know that the doghouse is in the back.
Actually, before going up to the porch, when we enter clearly his property, I want to holler out. Because we're out here in the boonies, and who knows what sort of shotgun-toting maniacs are hanging out here in the woods. So I call out and I say, "NWPA here? Mr. Jenkins, are you at home?" Out before approaching.
You hear from inside sort of like a grunt, and you hear the creak of a rocking chair as he gets up. And you hear, it's kind of like a creaky floor. So you hear him walking up to the door. He opens the door. He has like a screen on the other side. So he says, who's bothering me? What in the world are you doing out of my house?
I say, "Name's Melrose. I'm with the NWPA, and we're just here looking to investigate reports of foreign wildlife in the area. And we heard your dog went missing. So we're here to check on that. May we inspect the doghouse, sir?"
Yeah, he was a good boy. I miss that dog. I don't know really how I could get another dog to replace him. He was always great at helping me hunt and kept us both well fed. Go ahead. He kind of sounds very somber about it.
I want to stay with him and be like, "Yeah, I'm very sorry for your loss. I don't know if you're a spiritual man, but maybe I can help you. Let's have a prayer together." So I'm sure he's in a better place, and just sit with him, trying to calm him down.
Yeah, you can give him solace while we take a look at the doghouse.
Yeah, okay, that works. He's definitely a religious man, so he thanks you. Actually, he said thanks you for the kindness. And you guys go out back, and you see that it's quite a large doghouse. A person could crawl through. It's not like some little doghouse. And you see, it seems mostly undisturbed from what was described in the report, that the dog was hooked on by a chain to the doghouse. He has a small fence in the backyard. He doesn't want big animals just coming up and killing his dog. But you go ahead and you can enter his
I'll
yard.
use my little flashlight.
Okay.
which I do have.
Are you going into the doghouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look inside, look up close.
So you see on like one side there was the mounting bracket for this chain, and you see that there's several chain links still there, and they are very thick, very looks like a very durable chain.
Yeah, so the bracket's still connected to the wall, and the chain is still on the bracket, and then I'll follow the chain to where it would have been attached to a doggy. And what's the other end look like?
Give me a, I guess, perception or
I can percept. Did I or not? I'm just gonna. I get an 11.
You notice that there's a couple tufts of hair at the end of where this chain is laying, and you see that the chain link, like I said, these are thick chains. It looks like it was physically broken, just like ripped apart. The chain sort of, separated, so that you can see a large break, like it was just brute forced apart almost.
Right.
Not like it was cut or anything like that.
Yeah. Real healthy fellow must have broken that off. So the collar is gone.
Collar
like
is
it
gone.
would have connected to, and the chain is destroyed. Okay.
Yeah. You see, like I said, some tufts of hair. They are brown, dark brown, kind of long hairs.
Okay, standard dog color. No.
Depends on the dog.
Yeah, maybe we could find out what color hair the dog had.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
Mel, can you give me those hair, please? I sniff the hair and try to like learn the smell like a hound would, basically. So if I find this smell elsewhere, I can maybe recognize it more easily.
Yeah, your perception roll wasn't super great. So with that, that's pretty much all you notice going into this doghouse there, Mel. Is there anything else you want to kind of do? I don't know if you have like abilities that make you really good at, like extra ability you can use to decipher what's going on or something like that.
What I could do, I could roll an intuition though to see what my gut says. That's something I'm very good at, actually. I could follow my gut rather than my senses.
Okay.
That's something I have. Like that's one of my specialties. Because the intuition skill is like reading people, reading a situation, like extracting the like a sense of things. I'm going to use a third edition D&D. I roll sense motive of the scene.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. I'm really good at this. Except when I roll a 2. Don't tell. I am reusing one of my adept tokens on that.
Oh, mine's got out cocked, actually.
We'll see. It says
like
it's
it's
a 2. Like it resolved as a 2 behind the scenes. I'll read
I
it.
see.
I'm doing it again. No.
Earn all the adept tokens.
Because I get one for free. I
That's
get
true,
one
you do.
adept, but between rests. So there we go.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
22, which if this was an attack would have been a crit.
Right. Yes. Yeah, with that roll, for sure, you can tell that there was, I guess, an unnatural force, if you will, that just brute force ripped this chain at this position. Your gut tells you that it wasn't so much that like the dog got hurt in this exchange though, but that the chain was broken intentionally.
Interesting.
And that something very strong and powerful would have had to have ripped this chain.
And does my gut I'm following my instincts, I go to the fence line around where this would be and look up and down the fence line to see if there's any damage to the fence. Is this a wooden fence or is this wire? I don't know if it'll matter.
I'm trying to think if there would be like chicken wire at the time. We'll go with wooden fence. He wanted this fence here for to protect his dog. So it's kind of like a sizable wooden fence.
Gotcha.
Okay. Give me,
just
I guess, so Ryan, I just want to make sure I don't call for too many checks.
Yep.
If somebody's doing the right thing and looking in the right place, do they need to roll a check? They don't.
No,
right?
so generally how clues work in Ethereal is if the person tells you what they want to look in an area for, and as long as there's a clue there, you just basically tell them there's a clue. You don't need to do perception checks.
Yeah, if I've described the right investigative path, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I know that there's also clue dice and all this kind of stuff, but that's So I'm looking along the fence line specifically where, perpendicular with the doghouse.
Yeah, you see that at the edge where it would connect to the house, there is a panel that was separated or like pulled out, and you can tell because there's damage, and it looks like it was removed and replaced intentionally, so as to not just like break the fence down.
Interesting. I'll draw. Let's see, who would. I'll draw Benny over for that. You know, as the hunter sort of person. You know, what do you make of this, Benny? You know, they put the panel back, which means that there's some sort of secrecy. They wanted to keep it more secret, maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking that somebody's been trying to cover something here, and I start looking at the ground. Do I see any footprints, or similar to like how the area, the other spot, you said that the foliage had been kind of pushed down. Is there anything like that around here?
Yeah, you definitely see some footprints. They don't look like they're boot shoe prints, though. They look like quite large bare foot, like a humanoid, like a human-like foot.
Yeah.
But it's pretty large.
But it's big.
Yeah. You notice like on some of the wood planks.
Yeah, the foot is big.
Yeah.
Like whatever this is.
And that's leading towards the doghouse?
It's leading away, almost like it was quickly running away, if you will. You know, like when you run, you leave bigger depressions in the ground. And you notice when you're looking at the fence that there's more tufts of that same hair. The same dark brown, like long hair.
You know, it's weird.
That kind of like got hooked in the wood.
We didn't see like signs of a struggle per se, right, with the doghouse. And there's a lot of pets missing, but we haven't heard of pet bodies being found.
Just the goat.
Just the goat.
I know I'm not in the scene, but can I like throw out of game a theory in?
Yeah, we could always confer, right? I mean, you're done with the old guy, right?
Yeah, you can be done and walk out. We'll say coincidentally you walk out.
My theory is that the dog itself got changed. Do we know of any cryptids that used to be animals but then transform into something more dangerous?
That'd be a Zerg
I mean, you're looking at one right here.
You know, sorry, I thought that was a Ryan question. I don't know, like all the cryptids.
It's up to you for what the beacon would be aware of. So if you don't want the beacon to be aware of any creatures that turn into other animals, that's totally cool.
Okay, I mean, you would know that there's like lycanthropes and like I think there's shape changers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look over at Tracy.
Yeah.
What?
Surprising.
Like we have there's humans that turn into different creatures, but probably not animals.
So my theory currently, I don't know if it makes any sense with the lore, since we saw these signs of this cult took this dog, cast some evil spell on it, tried to hide and that dog turned into something like a chupacabra that's draining the blood of the animals but not killing, like not eating the flesh. So that's my current theory.
Yeah, like Peter knows that a goat having its blood drained is what chupacabra means. That's what the word. It's the goat sucker. But
sorry, I'm Mexican. The first thing I thought when I saw dead goat in a cryptid game was chupacabra.
I'm starting to think there's
The elk did have its blood drained too. Remember, the elk had its blood drained.
I think
chupacabra is only allowed to drain the blood of goats. It's in the name.
I think there might be two things going on here.
Yeah, there's more. It's connected. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we might not be dealing with two different entities, so we should be on the lookout here.
And I'm starting to get. I keep trying to do a southern accent instinctually. I'm starting to get real suspicious of this Bellamy Ray.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe a couple of us could spy on him, maybe.
We could always go check out his house. He's not. We know he's not.
Yeah, we know
right
he's
now.
at the station. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we just go up there. He's missing a cat also. Before we go though, I just have one more question for Old Man Jenkins. So once you guys wrap up here, I'm gonna go ask him a quick question, but finish up what you're doing first. Right. I'm gonna go back up to Old Man Jenkins. Do you happen to have a portrait or a painting of your dog, if you don't mind me asking, just in case if we see it out and about, then I know it's yours.
Yes, of course I do. My beloved dog. He's a good old boy. He shows you like a drawing or like a painting.
Okay, what does the dog look like?
It is a dog that's got long white fur. Like you would know the breed as, oh gosh, like an Anatolian Shepherd.
Okay.
So they've got long hair, but it's white.
Okay. And so nothing suspicious looking of this dog at all. It's not like, oh, that's clearly a chupacabra wearing a dog.
No, no, it looks like a very regular dog.
Okay.
As he's painted it, it's a very large dog. He gets kind of sad and he's like, says, you know, I'd like it if you'd leave. I've been just trying to deal with this, and you're asking me many questions about my.
I apologize. I'm going to hit on that. I just wanted to reassure you though. At this point, we've been in the business for a while now, and if I'm pretty confident that we're going to find your pet there. So just stay positive, all right? And then bow and step away. Sorry for disturbing you. All right. Well.
Thank you.
And just go back to the group. All right. Well, there's nothing strange about what the dog used to look like, so let's maybe go up to Bellamy's place.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
We'll keep a particular eye out. I say to Dominic, Father Dom over here, you keep an eye out for more culty symbols, more witchcraft. There might, I'm starting to think that Bellamy Ray here might not be who he seems to say he is.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
just a
can
role
go
play,
up
like,
to
yeah.
Bellamy's place. Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
You guys can go up to Bellamy's place then.
Yep.
Let's do it.
And when you get there, the around the front area is unlocked, and the door is locked. It seems like it's more than just a regular lock. He's got like a serious lock on this door.
We've got some lock pickers here, I know.
So you can't get in.
And maybe what I'll do is, while one of you picks the lock, because I know some of you are probably better than me at that. I have lock picks, but I have bad dexterity. I'll case the place. I'll do a wide circle.
I'll stay watch at the edge of the trail that leads up to the house, and I'll just keep leaning up against a tree. I'm hoping somebody else has lock picks, because I don't.
Because who's good at
I don't either.
So
I don't know if
have
Like
lock
the best
picks on me.
lockpick I have is my shotgun, and I don't think that's subtle.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should lock pick. I'm just bad at dexterity.
I have a pretty good sleight of hand.
Okay,
I don't have
the
any
lock picks then. I'll give you my lock picks. Yeah, boom.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna try to lock pick this.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna do a walk around but do Ryan first. But that's where I'm headed.
Yeah. I'm also smelling to see if I recognize the smell from those hair earlier.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You see me just on all four.
I don't know if the audio's gonna pick up that sound.
I got that.
Okay, good.
It was gold. I got 21 on the side.
Great. I did. It sounds like it reminded me of Bear in the Big Blue House. So you guys are at Bellamy's house, and you are right in front of this huge lock. Like, you can tell from the outside even, it's a heavy-duty lock. Like a deadbolt is on this door. You're like trying to open the door. It seemed like it's very solid.
Yeah. So I got 21 on my lock picking check.
Okay. I think then that you probably pick that lock. Yeah, I was gonna have that be like a 17 or 18. So you way past that.
I fill it, and then I toss it over my shoulder over to Mel. Once it comes back around, I go, oh, here you go. Thanks for that, and pull it off. And I know, Tracy, you were trying to sniff for.
Yeah. See if I recognize the smell from those tufts of hair back at Old Man Jenkins' house.
You do not smell it here at all, at least in this house or around this house. You did smell it, however, on the path that you guys took, but you noticed that when you went up towards Bellamy's that you didn't smell that smell anymore.
Oh, I relay that information. That seems very relevant.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I don't know if I caught that.
Oh,
So
okay.
he smelled it not near Bellamy's, but where?
So he smelled it on the, if you're looking at the map, I don't know if you can see my cursor. You guys, he smelled it like on the way, but then on the trail where you went off the like regular trail to go towards Bellamy's, the scent started fading. So doors open, you can go in.
Before I open and go in, I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm gonna check for traps really quickly and see if I see any traps, because I don't trust this guy now.
I guess go ahead and give me a perception then, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, 18, yeah. Rolling,
Yeah.
or 17 rather. Do I say anything?
You do not see any traps, nothing of that nature. That was a very heavy-duty lock, and it was. You're good at lock picking, and you thought that was quite a difficult pick.
A little bit strange that he has such strong security for the middle of nowhere here. So
Right? There's like only 50 people in this town.
yeah, and like how many people are gonna go break into one of the police or rangers cabins? Like if you're gonna break in somewhere, you're gonna do the old man's house probably.
That's right. He's making our unease go up.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I will lead the way since I checked for traps, and I would feel bad if I missed a trap and set it off on somebody else. So I will step into the cabin, and once nothing triggers, I will motion for anybody else that wants to come into the cabin also.
Okay. So yeah, you guys walk in. You see there's like a living room, dining room kind of area, and then there's a hallway down the other side, kind of the other half of the house that looks like probably where living quarters would be.
And I'm not going inside. I'm the exterior walk. I'm doing a walkabout on the exterior. But anyway,
Any rugs on the ground?
Yes, you do see some rugs on the ground.
Immediately, I use my foot to start flipping over rugs, to see if there's hidden panels under the rugs. I've done this enough times.
I'll keep watch outside just to see if, just in case Bellamy shows up,
Blaze, what's Dominic doing?
That's a good question. I wanted to send out guards because I thought I don't have anything better to do, but Tracy took that.
I mean, two people can, but
I guess I'm helping. I'm just moving through the rooms as quickly as possible if there's like something obviously off, because I'm not sure how much time we have. Just checking all the rooms. Like, is there that guy here? No? Okay. Is there that guy here? No? Okay.
Ryan, we'll resolve yours real quick. In the kitchen, that's where you were checking, right? Like the first kind of living room area?
So I was got any rugs that there are in any of the rooms. I'm just gonna go room by room and flipping up any
no
rugs.
rug is safe.
And no rug unturned.
Okay.
That's where it's a rug of smothering from D&D. It pops out randomly into this game.
You notice then in the bedroom, there's almost like the structure of the house. The bedroom seems really small for what you would have expected, and you didn't notice any other room or closet, but there is a big rug underneath the bed. It almost doesn't extend too much past the bed itself, which was a little alarming. And so you check that, and you open it up, and you do see a hatch beneath the bed.
I'll let everybody else do their own thing. We'll come back to that in a moment.
Peter, as you're rounding around the back, you see what looks to be almost like a doghouse, but kind of small. Out in the back, it's kind of hidden though. It's not just like out in the open. It's almost like behind some trees. And so
Well, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, you notice that, and you go up to it. Maybe as you're approaching, you actually hear a meowing sound
Huh.
from inside.
He said his cat was missing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust that man. I will flashlight. Kitty, 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 kitty. And I'll, go investigate.
Yeah, there's not
I'll
necessarily
peer in.
a window, but you could open, like, there's a little door. It's kind of a small thing because it was hidden.
So it's like a closed pet house.
Yeah.
of some sort. Like it's been sealed. Like the hatch is closed. Oh.
Not airtight, but yeah.
Yeah. But are there little I'll try to peer through any grating that there might be or holes first before I possibly let an animal out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see that there's food bowls and water bowls in there, and you see the cat and like a litter box and whatnot out in there. Simultaneously, Blaze, as you're going through the house, you notice that there is a cat food bowl in there. It's empty, like the food bowl is empty. You might see just a little crumbs at the bottom, and the water bowl is like dried up. So it looks like it hasn't been used for a while inside the house. You do notice as you're going through the house, though, there's a lot of candles in this guy's house. Nothing necessarily odd about them, but there's a lot of candles in there. They look like they've been lit before.
Everybody knows candles are only used for cult activity.
The thing is, we saw a demonic summoning circle outside. We know there's some cultist activity here, so
It's like those conclusions we jump to in games that are like really wild in the real world, though.
Yeah.
What, the real-
There's a ton of candles, and in real life, people would come in here and be like, "Oh, that guy's a cultist," because of all the
Cultists, so many cultists. No, you're absolutely reasonable, place. I'm just
Can I see? Is there like a window? Can I see where Mel is from the like window in the bedroom?
No, you would be like on the, let's just call it like the west side of the house.
Okay.
And like the bedroom's on like the southwest corner of the house. Okay. And there's a wall. Like I said, it seems like there should be more space there.
Yeah.
And there's no apparent room that you can see to get into. And so there's no window. No.
Oh, Dom, you might want to come in here real quick when you got a sec.
Coming. Did you also
I will
notice that
show.
there's a suspicious amount of candles here?
I'm like staring down at the like the hatch I just developed. Like, what? Oh, yeah, I suppose that is, but there's also a suspicious number of hatches below beds here.
Fair enough, that's more suspicious.
One is a suspicious amount.
Yeah. Okay.
You win
Would
this
you guys
round,
like to call
Benny.
for your compatriots, or are you gonna try to open it on your own?
I think knowing the trainings of the beacon, we don't ever split the field team up without everyone knowing. So we should probably get everyone else before we go further. Good note about the candles, though.
So you can
go.
gather everybody up, then you can shout outside to Mel. And
Well, I'm gonna
Tracy.
go find Tracy and then go. All right, let's go find Mel, and then maybe come around the corner and see Mel looking at the cat house, basically, and go, "Oh, what'd you find there?"
Oh, well, he said his cat was missing, and it appears to be right here, just hidden in a little cat house. Never seen a cat house. I mean, a dog house. That's a little odd. That's the main reason I don't trust this man. He's got a weird cat house out in the back of his yard. That's very strange.
Everything about this is weird. He has a ton of candles inside, and I found a hatch below his bed in a very tiny bedroom.
That is not a normal place to put a basement. Let's see, where are we? Is it seismically active up here? No, you could have cellars up here.
The whole thing's gonna be full of mold with all the water and stuff like that. There's no way it's gonna be properly drained. I think we should go check it out.
Like, I imagine we start losing ourselves in our cover story and start thinking too much about environmental or wildlife protection. No, wait. We're beacon.
All right.
Yeah, I'll join them back inside. I just say it's really just evidence of more suspicious activity.
Okay.
There's something wrong with this Bellamy guy.
You guys are gonna open the hatch.
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you go back in the house, all four of you. Tracy, you are going with, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I give one last look at the forest just in case. If there's nothing, I'll go inside with the rest of them.
I'm just getting my silver cross ready, just in case.
And I am going to take my shotgun off my shoulder and kind of put it a little bit more easy access if need be. Not ready to fire, but quicker than just being strapped across the back.
Okay. Yeah, you guys open up this hatch, and it sort of leads down, not to a basement, well, kind of a basement, right? It's like a trailer, and there's an underground area, and it opens up quite a bit, and you notice that in that sort of false wall, or behind that false wall area, you guys see there's a lot of candles around, and there's this huge sort of, there's like a little stone thing, and you see
like a pedestal?
What do they call it when you make like a pet? It's like a thing where you pray to somebody, or not pray to them even.
There's an
like,
altar.
Yeah, like an altar.
With an A.
Thank you.
There's
sorry.
also a dais, which is a flat, usually stone, which can be part of an altar.
Yeah. Altar is kind of the right word I'm going for. And you see also that there are chains with sort of like cuffs that were there. And this altar, like I said, you see all these symbols, again, very reminiscent of what you've seen before. And on the altar, you see the shape of what looks to be like some sort of fuzzy gorilla, big creature, maybe has big feet. And there's all these candles around and symbols. But the chains, the straps, they've been broken. And Tracy, you specifically, the scent of that fur that you had smelled earlier has gotten insanely strong as you've come down. As I said, you didn't smell it until you got in here. That's what you guys see. So what do you want to sort of look around for?
Immediately, I'd like to look around and see how it escaped, because we didn't see any damage on that hatch or something like that. So if there's is there another way out of this room?
Where are you looking?
Like, is the room just like a square room, or?
It's kind of like an underground, almost like a dugout, like ditch.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
You can see the room opens up where there's like the rest of the building.
Yeah, so I'll look like in the corners then, along the edges of the wall near the top, see if like there's a spot, like maybe a hole that this thing might have dug its way out of or something like that.
No, you at least the house and like the area around the altar outside of the chains being broken, very similarly to what you saw with the dog chain, it looks undisturbed. It's undamaged. There's nothing there.
So it was released, not broke free. Probably.
Maybe.
So
The
I'll take
chains
I'll come up with a flashlight and inspect where the manacles, where the things, because Benny's like identifying that there's not like a busted out wall where it like out. So now I want to see the shackles. Flashlight.
What if this guy is a werewolf and he knows that, and he like puts himself in chains when he knows he's going to transform, so he didn't really have to escape.
Right. He
And
just
that's
lets
why we
himself
don't
out of the
smell
room.
it in the house, because he only transformed in that room. And
Right.
he went out for some reason, and that's why the dead animals were there, and he didn't actually want to do that.
I say, hey Tracy, you've been known to have fits from time to time. Is this something you're familiar with? This sort of practice to like cage yourself at night to avoid being turned into a werewolf?
I mean, I don't really need it.
Yeah, you have pretty good control of it, it seems. But I think I have heard stories. It depends on how you get the curse of the werewolf. That some don't have control over it. Like Tracy here, who's right in the head.
Yeah. I'm all fine.
Okay.
Tracy, you'll
Long as
notice
there's
that the
bacon.
scent... Oh, sorry.
Long as there's bacon, I'm with Beacon.
Tracy, you'll notice that the scent is strongest away from the pedestal, almost like more recent. You smell like a more recent trail, and you turn around and you see that there's been a hole dug on the other side behind where the altar, or not behind the altar, but on the opposite side of where you're facing the altar. It's not necessarily a really big hole per se, but it looks like it was tried to be covered up, like something tried to cover up this hole. But you just, in that smell, you turn around and you find that there's a hole kind of beneath, and then it opens up, I guess. Or are you going to like dig and search for the hole? Sorry, I'm trying to like trace you to the thing without making it like boring, but
Yeah. No, you're good.
I mean, if there's digging, I would love to get my hands on that.
yeah, you find the scent where it's strongest, and you dig, and you open up this hole, and it opens up quite large, and then you see like a tunnel that leads out from underground.
Oh well, what'd you find there, Tracy?
You see me emerge from the hole, and my hands turn back into hands from being like furry claws for a sec.
Oh, I don't know. Smells good though.
I'll grab a candle off the wall and take one of my matches and light the candle and be like, want to lead the way?
In case you
no.
need more light, I can magically make that thing glow.
Okay. So are you guys gonna follow through the tunnel?
Unless there's anything else anybody wants to do in this room.
I'm with it. And marching order, should it matter, I think either myself or Tracy should be point.
You know what? I'm going to make my cross glow, so in case I need to hide it, I can just make it to see.
I've got my flashlight out.
Yeah, so you guys go down through this tunnel. It leads kind of downwards a little bit, and I'm gonna change the scene here.
Ooh.
So yeah, you guys come out, and keep in mind this is just like the best relative representation of what I could find. So this isn't like a big tree root that you guys are crawling out of.
It's a
but
cool map,
this
though.
tunnel leads out, and you guys see footprints leading around.
Let's follow him.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, you guys see the path kind of leads like over this direction.
Okay. I think
It's very muddy, and so
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see the footprints.
And I imagine there's not a lot of foot traffic.
No,
There's just probably one thing. Well, let's head in that direction.
Yep.
yeah. So you guys follow down that path. You can freely do so.
I prepare my shotgun as we're walking.
I prepare my fists. I'll actually have the revolver and flashlight in the classic,
Oh, nice.
classic.
And I have my glowing cross. So
We'll just march on over.
While we're walking, I tell the rest of the group.
So, cultists are a bit of a problem, eh? We can't really just hide them But as it turns out, we just happened to find some poisonous plants. It would be a shame if someone were to consume them, you know?
Yeah, cults are known to do their whole mass poison themselves thing.
We just got to be careful though. We're some of us use guns, and we might
We
have
are
to explain
underground.
blows. Unless maybe the poison also causes
Causes
causes rabies kind of properties in people.
Yeah, he poisoned himself and fell on these bullets. It was really tragic.
Let's see what we're dealing with, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah. We'll worry about how to deal with the bodies, if any, afterward.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you guys can continue on down the cave-like tunnel, and then you approach. It doesn't look like a regular door per se, but there's sort of like a chunk of wood or tree bark that is covering the edge of this tunnel.
Like here?
Yeah. Technically up here, as you guys approach. So
okay.
it doesn't look like an actual door, but it looks like it's maybe a makeshift door.
I'll try to move it. Is it on a hinge, or is it just like a blocking, like something placed in the tunnel?
Yeah, kind of something just like placed there. It's pretty big and heavy, but you think you could probably move it if you guys work together.
Hold on
Do you
just
have
a
a
second.
thing?
Oh, I was gonna say this would be a spot I would put a trap.
Oh yeah, I'm about to touch it, and you're like, wait.
It seems very trap worthy for me. I'm gonna check for traps on that thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll assist you. We're both right there at the door, and we'll, because I'm also pretty perceptive, but I'll give you advantage then, as we search it.
I'm good with that.
And you said with advantage. Okay, 12. Oh, nice. Be a 21. Oh no, 20.
right.
Sorry, flat 20.
I like when the trap checker rolls well, because
Yes.
the classic thing is like, well, I rolled a natural 1. You turn around, all clear, guys.
Yeah.
Right. You do not see any traps, but you do notice that there's a lot of marks. Like this was very intentionally carved out, and this wood was placed here intentionally for sure.
All right. Well, we know that's not a natural wood. That's not how roots normally grow. So, let's move this Mel, and then I'll help pull it to the side if we can.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and move it, and then it opens up, and you see this.
Oh gosh.
It looks very civilized here, but
There's a cell here, a cult cell.
yeah, it's there's walls, lots of makeshift stuff in here. It doesn't necessarily look like human activity though, and so it opens up into a couple a room here. You guys hear sort of straight ahead.
All right.
I know you can see inside of it. That's fine, but you hear the sound of a dog barking.
I'm starting to have a few theories here, boys. We know that there's been recently a lot more ethereal activity been reported in this area, not just these other reports. I'm starting to think these cultists might possibly be transporting things into this area to experiment on or worship.
Right? Yeah, because we've been seeing indications of more than one type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's we pursue.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and
I make
walk
sure though to because I expect this is going to turn into a bit of a scramble. I make sure to take off my working uniform, just show up in a tank top, because I don't want to ruin the cover.
Your stretchy tank top on.
Yeah. Stretchy tank top, stretchy pants.
Sounds good.
I do the classic cock my shotgun.
Yeah, he's been doing that a bunch though,
Yeah.
so he's just ejecting the shells.
Yeah.
I know that's dramatically appropriate.
This guy doesn't know how the shotgun works at all.
Okay.
You hear Dominic silently praying to prepare himself.
Yep.
Okay. You go to open the door. Who is that? Mel?
Yeah, Mel goes up.
You open the door, and there's sort of a loud click. You open it, and you see at the end the dog. Immediately after that noise is made, you hear, everybody else can see it, but it bursts through this doorway. You see a giant. Oh, that's very.
Oh no.
Mega Sasquatch.
Very giant.
Yeah, it's
Very
fast.
giant. No, sorry, not that big. Sort of bursts through this doorway. Again, these all look like sort of makeshift for the most part. And a big Sasquatch bursts through the door.
Oh boy.
It looks very angry. It's charging straight at you. So I know there's no initiative roll.
There's if you want us to enter combat, we can roll initiative. If you don't think that calls for combat yet, we don't need to roll for initiative.
No, we're in combat. Yeah.
All right. Everybody roll initiative. You should have an initiative bonus, which is equal to your dexterity.
15.
And as a reminder, the enemies have 2 turns, one at 5 and 15.
Yeah, so they don't roll.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I don't roll.
Oh, that's what you. Yeah.
I got a 21.
I got 8.
7 over here.
15.
We as players, if we want, are allowed to trade initiative order with anybody we're adjacent to. So if Mel or Dom wanted to swap one of them going first, they can. Or if Trek or myself want to swap who's going before the other one, we definitely can. Trek, I don't really have any particular reason to go before or after you. So if you prefer to go first, I'm okay with that. Or we can just keep it how it is.
I'm down to go first, if only because I need to transform. That's it.
Okay, yep. All right, so Trek will go before me then, in this case. And then Mel or Dom, do you guys want to swap?
Now we're effectively at the same point.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Okay.
unless you have something that'll like pump me up before I run in, Dom?
No, my plan was to use Grace gesture to make it afraid of me for a round.
Cool, no problem. I'll leap in then. Appropriate. I cock my arms like Henry Cavill in that one Mission Impossible.
Reload your arms.
Yeah, reload my arms. All right, we good, Zarek, for me to hop in?
Yep. Go ahead, Mel.
All right, I will use my movement to just, I've got plenty of movement, of course, to traverse that distance. I run in and I am going to make a punch attack, but before I do, I am going to assume I'm going to miss. That is my deduction.
As you approach it, you see that there is the same symbol that Ryan had seen is like burned into its chest, and it looks like angry. And big. It's like its eyes are glowing red,
Yeah, like it's possessed. I did not correctly deduce. That's okay. I'll keep punching, and I don't need to rapidly move with that feature. So I got a 20 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. My hit is. I just needed a 12. Yep.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say, wait.
Yep, you're right. I didn't quite crit. So, and I do 2 hits with my fist. That is a total of 1, 2, 3 damage. Okay. I see Ryan nodding, and I'm glad that I've got this correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of help just to make sure I get it right.
All good. So
real quick, 5 and 6 is a 2, right?
Just 6s or 2s.
Just 6s or 2s.
And then it's 3, 4, 5 is 1, right?
2, 3, 4, 5 is 1.
2.
And then the first one is ignored, but if you roll 2 ones, one of those ones is still considered 1 damage.
Yeah. Well, the 1 is
right.
considered.
The first one is a 0, and then anyone after that.
The first one is a 0, basically. Yeah.
And then if something says it can't low roll, that means all 1s are included as 1 damage. And if it says something can't high roll, that means 6s just count as 1 damage.
So that's 3 damage.
And then assuming the enemy is fortified, which I'm assuming it is, you reduce the damage by the soak.
Right.
And then
the fortified goes down.
And then, no, fortified stayed the same. So if it's like, I'm just gonna say, let's just say it has a fortified of 5 and has a soak of 2, that means it only takes 1 damage. So you would just check off 1 damage, and that means it would still be fortified for the next 4 wounds, essentially.
Yeah, you have to build up wounds to get past the fortification, and then it starts taking more damage more quickly.
Yeah, and then some enemies though. Yeah, and then some enemies have a second wound bar, which might have fortification at the beginning of the next wound bar also. So if we knock it back into that, then it's fortified for that damage. And then as a GM, what I like to do is I like to tell the players when they break through the fortification, be like, oh, as you hit it, you notice that like some of its thicker fur has been broken away or something like that. So you've broken through its fortification, just so that we, as players, know.
And so I use my tactical action. I just rolled there to get out of the way while we were talking about that. So I put up your dukes, I say to the big thing, give him the old 1-2 punch. I punched him, and I do a tactical action to give him another hook, but I missed.
Yeah, you heard him.
And that's it for me.
Okay, Dominic?
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I'm Dominic. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I pick up my glowing silver cross, scream to it, "Begone! Fear the light of the Lord of heaven and earth!" As he has to make a personality saving throw against 13. If he fails, he's afraid of me until the next rounds.
All right, so
So that would be a 17.
He doesn't fear the Lord. I said, "Be gone!" as I'm using my main action to cast Find the Light as I shoot 3 blasts of holy energy towards this demonically possessed creature. Spell attack. Give me 18 plus 3, so 21. Not quite a crit. Almost a crit. That's 3d6. Come on. 4 damage.
Nice. And then, Blaze, if you want, since you cast a holy spell, you can add a holy essence to the essence pool if you would
I'm
like.
adding a holy essence. And I think I'm going like back here to get into cover. And that's my turn.
Since it's the enemy,
Cool.
enemy's first turn now.
Yep. And what it's
Zarek,
going
just as a reminder for you, Zarek, some enemies, some of their abilities can only be used on their first or second turn, which is shown by FT or ST.
FT. Okay. It is, so the Bigfoot thing is going to charge in a straight line. I guess I've only passed through one person, right?
Looks like in this case, yeah, it would have just gone through Mel.
That's fine. Okay.
That's fine. Just trample Mel. That's fine.
So Mel, you get knocked to the side 5 feet. And I need you to make me a brawn saving throw, please.
Nope. Whatever the DC was, I don't hit it.
I think it's the same, isn't it? It's always 12 and 22? Or,
No, so for saving throws, it's based on the ability.
Yeah, but I'm not with a 4. I'm not gonna make it, whatever it ends up being.
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't say then. So
Oh, did I miss that? Oh, maybe I missed that. On that.
It's 10 plus the relevant stat, main stat.
Yeah,
I believe is the number.
it should be for that one. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna fail it anyway. So
Yeah, that's a failure. So you suffer 4 striking hits, which
ow. Ugh. Yikes.
so that's what 4, 5, 6.
So I take 5 because I have 1 soak because this is fortified. Okay, that really hurt.
Yeah.
But I still have fortified wounds. I have that much fortification on this character, so.
And then now everybody within 20 feet, I need to make a DC 13 brawn saving throw.
Sorry, how many feet am I in this
20.
one?
So I think that's everybody.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll make another.
15.
I'm good.
I've got -1.
Sorry, and what was the target number on that?
13.
Got it.
Anybody who failed, who would that be?
Like I said, -1. I'm pretty sure that
just
fails.
Just Dom. Okay, Dom. Your vision gets blurred. Oh, right. I forgot about the essences. That's fine. And then I think that's it, right? I only get a main action and a tactical action and movement, correct?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, that's my turn. So we go to Benny.
No, we put Truck before me.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'll go. All right, where I want you, big boy. And you start to see me expand and grow muscles and hair just about everywhere, and I turn into, like, you hear this cackling sound for a few seconds, and you see me turn into a were hyena, and then I will claw this guy twice. So I got a 7 and an 11 to hit, which I think are both misses.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yes, they are.
Okay. You said earlier we heard dog barking coming from this room.
Yeah, and Mel opened the door and saw the white dog, the big white dog.
How far down was the dog?
All the way at the end of that hallway.
Dang. Okay. I was gonna try something else, but I don't think it's worth risking leaving the group at the moment. So, well, I've always wanted to meet a Bigfoot in person, but I was hoping under better circumstances than this.
Yeah.
All right, big boy. Cock shotgun again.
Yeah, once again. Yeah. So many spent shells all over the ground.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll this attack with ew, and that's not gonna be enough. Damn. Okay, that one misses for sure.
Yeah.
But I need to track my madness level here, so that's +1 my madness. When combat ends, rolling hits for attack increased by 1 damage by crit, or if I crit miss, I can also increase my madness level by another 1. You can see me just Ben getting really visibly angry, and the shadows around him kind of bleed off of him for a second. You hear these whispers in the air as his madness is now rising as he misses, so I'm up at madness 2 now. I can then use my tactical action to increase my madness level again by another 1 to make 1 more attack. So we're just gonna go ahead. Oh, I actually have to move if I'm going to make this attack. Okay, I'm going to move up here. Does the Bigfoot want to take an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would just do I guess I
It'd
have
be
to
like-
do the stomp.
It would just be a stomp attack, yeah.
That would be. Yeah, that's not a hit. 8.
Yep. Well, that's one shot off my shotgun, and we're going to go make one more attack with my shotgun. Okay, that one will be a hit. 3 striking hits. If you don't crit, but your total attack rolls with at least 5 greater than you're required to hit, which it is not in this case. All right, all good. I'm gonna go ahead and still blast into this dude with my shotgun. So that's gonna be 3 hits. All right. So yeah, so that's three damage against the Bigfoot, and that will. I'll use the rest of my movement just to move a little bit further over here, and that's my turn. So
And
that puts it on to
us-
Bigfoot's second turn.
Yeah. Bigfoot. Yeah. Okay. So there. We have a holy, and that's it, right? Or no? Somebody.
Yeah, currently it's just a holy. Nobody else has made anything else.
Okay, perfect. So the Bigfoot now, you're gonna see it sort of look like it recovers, just like brushes off some of the hits you guys have done, and then it is going to begin a telegraphed attack.
Oh.
If only we had somebody who's really good at inspect rolls.
Oh, I can't do it yet, actually. Sorry.
Correct. It begins.
So never mind. I'm going to just stomp on Tracy here.
just stomp him to death real quick.
Okay, that is a 18, so that's a hit.
Wait, is somebody getting hit? Because
Yes.
I have a reaction for that. Whoever gets hit gets
Okay.
1 less damage.
Oh,
Okay. That is 3 damage then, so change that to 1.
And I also have a soak of 2.
No damage then, and then I think it's going to move over here and be a little bit closer to Benny and Dominic. And that's its turn.
And with that, I think I have to go. On my next turn, please summon a big shiny big crystal and give a bunch of bonus damage to everyone else. Okay, bye.
Bye,
Thank you,
Jack.
Jack. Sorry. Bye.
see you, Trek. Okay, so then it's on Mel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep swinging. I'm gonna guess a hit this time, and as soon as I say that, I'm gonna miss.
You also get +3 on your attack roll because you're flanking with 3 allies.
Oh yeah, because now we have so many people on it. Nice.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't have any before. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna hit. Yeah, I do. And I will generate another divine essence.
Ooh.
Because we can have more than one, right? You can have
No, you can
more.
only have one.
Or off.
Oh, we already have a divine, so I'll make a transmutation.
Okay.
But the
When I
Bigfoot
pass it.
consumed the divine thing.
Oh, you used it already.
The Bigfoot.
Oh,
No,
then I'll
yeah.
make a new divine one for us. Because that was really powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, and here are my hits.
Oh, okay.
Let's
One.
see. So I do 2 because I got a successful deduction. It increases my damage slightly when I do so.
Okay.
And now I'm going to swing again with my put up your dude. That's another hit.
Consistent.
And that is 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
Yep. Pow, 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 pow.
Just punching
Yeah,
Bigfoot right
Yeah,
now.
I'm like, he turned his back on, he like stomped me, turned his back on me, so I'm hitting him in the kidneys from behind. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, you feel this
Knocks out
thick
Bigfoot.
hide. You feel that it's very like thick and muscular,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel like you're necessarily doing too much damage.
Yeah,
but-
I'm chipping away if I.
Okay. Next is Dom.
Okay, I'm using healing light, but I don't see a range on this one.
I mean, I'm only 10, 15 feet away or something.
Yeah, probably
You're
close
targeting
enough.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
all super close to each other.
One
Range is
question.
25 feet.
One question. Can I make 2 tactical actions instead of a main action and a tactical?
No, it's one of each.
Dang it. Okay, whatever. You get the stronger healing. So that's 2 wounds gone.
You're targeting me, Mel?
Yeah, you got 4, right?
I had 5 actually. So that's really helpful.
Oh, you have 5. Excellent. Then I consume the divinity, and you get an additional one removed.
Oh,
Nice.
synergy.
Yes.
Yeah, I got stomped on bad that first turn.
And I guess since I have to use a main action, I'm blasting it with holy light again. That's 14. That's a hit. 3d6.
It's 11 and 22, right?
Yes. No, 12 and 22.
Oh, 12, right?
Yep.
Okay.
2. Okay, not that much.
What was? Oh, it was 2.
Yeah,
2
2.
damage.
That puts it at the Bigfoot's turn.
And Divine Essence.
You're going to see that the Bigfoot like swells up. It's like gets super big. Its muscles beef up, and it like almost gets heavier, in the ground beneath its feet kind of crumbles a little bit.
Oh boy.
Oh, if only I could inspect it now.
So it's beginning its telegraphed attack.
Yeah, yep.
Yes, yeah, this is its
Okay.
telegraphed attack, yes.
Oh boy.
And it's an action to inspect, right?
So it's a main action to inspect.
Main action, yeah.
Unless you have an ability that lets you do it.
And I do.
Think that's all it can do then.
Yeah. All right. Benny's gonna move.
Tracy.
Oh right, sorry, Tracy's before me. Yeah.
Yeah, so Tracy is already in melee. And Tracy's just in. He was saying he's going to use crystal, but the crystal actually just boosts magical attacks, which we don't really have a lot of. So instead, he's gonna claw bite.
That holy essence got used, correct?
He actually made a new one as well.
Okay.
So first attack is a miss, and he can make a. Let me see here. Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, makes another claw attack. That's a hit. And this is 2 slashing hits. 2 damage.
2 damage, okay.
And he cannot do Silver Jaw because he missed that first attack, and that's it for him.
Okay, now Benny.
Yep. All right. Benny's gonna move slightly over here. I gotta take another attack of opportunity actually though. So he's gonna move in this corner. Oh, actually no. I guess I didn't have to actually. Oh well, too late.
18, that's a hit.
Yep.
3 damage.
All right. So that gets reduced to 1 for my soak as he hits me in my chest. Oh, you shouldn't have done that there, big boy. And then I'm gonna use my ability, controlled breathing, to increase my madness level by 1, pushing me up to madness level 5.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use Wicked Temptation. So as a tactical action, I can choose an entity within 15 feet of me. Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. Never mind. No, we're just going to blast into him with the shotgun. I'm not really good at inspections, so I'm just going to try helping take him down instead. Okay, first shotgun blast. That is going to be, I think, a miss. Yeah, that is a miss, unfortunately. Pushing my madness level up to 6 now. Not where we want to be. Alright, and we're gonna just use our attack action to make one more attack. See if this one hits. Okay, that one does hit.
The holy essence got used, correct?
No, I got regenerated. That's gonna be another 3 points of damage. And I am now at madness level 7.
Okay.
Any entity attacking me gets +2 to their attack rolls. Alright, that's the end of my turn. Benny's kind of like tweaking a little bit now. He's twitching and he's kind of whispering to himself as he's firing off into this Bigfoot.
Do you want me to help with that so I can reduce your madness?
No. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm right where I want to be.
So now that it's its second turn, I totally misunderstood on my first turn this round what first turn and second turn meant. So I'm going to stomp on Tracy again here. Oh,
That's a
that
crit.
is a crit.
Boom! That's what he gets for
Double
leading.
dice, right?
So not double dice, it's +1 hit, and the hit can't low roll.
So you roll 1 extra d6.
Yeah.
And the ones are all 1 damage.
Yep.
Right.
So it's gonna be
Yeah, I
pretty
remember that.
fucking big.
That's a 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5 damage.
And I use my reaction to reduce that by 1.
Nice. So 4 damage.
How much was he hit for earlier? Do we know?
I think I hit for 3. He reduced it to 0.
Oh, okay. So he actually only takes 2 hits from this. 2 wounds because he's fortified and all these damage reduction features.
Nice.
Not bad.
Solid. With 2 soak and all that other stuff. So he's okay. He tanks it.
That's its turn then, and then we do end keep. So our timer now is 7 for the telegraphed attack.
Yeah, you wouldn't normally tell us the timer, but
Oh,
It's okay.
sorry.
that's
I'm
fine.
about to
It's all good.
inspect though,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
we
Oh,
can
sorry, I probably just ruined
No, no.
part of it then.
Oh no, it's okay.
You didn't really ruin it, honestly.
So Mel is gonna keep up the fight here, and I'm gonna deduce that I'm gonna hit because I've got +2 now for flanking.
Yep.
Deducing hit. Darn, that's 11.
Right. Just
Right, Brawn is 2 flanking.
I was still in range that it would have worked.
Yeah. No wait, didn't
Yeah.
you give us an extra bonus with your feature? No.
No, I don't give anything like that, unfortunately.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he gets easy, he is easier to hit.
yeah.
He gets +2
So-
against me.
I did not correctly deduce. Darn, because if I do, Oh, if you correctly deduce. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna offhand punch. I can inspect for free if I correctly deduce.
Yeah,
Oh,
Offhand punch is a success,
of course that one hits.
right? One
Aw.
damage. Snake eyes.
okay.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, you just feel your fist like bounce off of it, pretty much.
Ain't that how it goes?
Okay, Dominic.
I'm using my tactical action with a moment's bless, removing 1 wound from Mel, and I guess I keep blasting holy light.
Okay. I forgot the first time that you were supposed to have disadvantage, so
Oh, should I roll with disadvantage now?
I was gonna say maybe it makes sense to now. Yeah.
So that's still a hit.
Yep.
Come on, give me something. 3. Could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, three's a solid hit in this game.
The fortification is for like once you reach that amount, correct? Right.
Once you go over that, the
So
wound
what-
slots are no longer fortified. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if all the fortified slices have like an X with them, then it's no longer fortified.
Right. Yep.
When you
Makes sense.
fork-
Okay. Cool. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, that puts us to Dom. You're still going?
No, I'm
Or is
done.
your turn? Done. Okay.
I'm staying
Bigfoot
here so that everybody gets flanking bonus.
The Bigfoot is going to charge into the corner.
Oh,
Owie.
I don't know if that'll count as hitting Benny.
Yeah, I would say it probably is. He's on my
Okay.
space, so
So move Tracy. I guess I'll move you like out
yeah.
to the corner there.
Yep.
And then I need you both to do a bronze save.
Yep. I'm just double checking if I got any bonus for that. I don't get a bonus for that. Okay. Ooh. 12 or 10 even. So probably fail.
10. That's a fail.
Well, that's gonna hurt.
Tracy makes it.
Okay.
16 on the
So-
die plus brawn 17.
Okay, so that is 5 damage halved for Tracy.
Just
It's half as
two.
many hits though. Ooh, so do I need to roll separate?
Yeah, you would roll separate for that then. Yeah.
What's oh, never mind. Half of 4 is 2. I thought it was 5 for some reason. And that's 2 for Tracy.
Okay, so none.
And that puts us to Tracy's turn now.
Perfect. Tracy's already adjacent, so Tracy just is going to try to get the triple. Tracy can do a triple attack. Let's see if we can do it this time. So just +1 flanking. There's 1 hit.
Wasn't that even a crit?
4. Oh, was that a nat 20? Did I miss that?
No, that was 18 plus 3
Oh, wait,
plus
what's
the
his total
flanking is
plus?
plus 4, 22, which is a crit.
He gets 22 because his brawn is +3 in this form, actually. So he crit. So I need to. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 1 more d6. And it can't low roll on a crit. So that is a total of 4 damage on the first hit.
4? Okay,
Yep,
yeah, you've
4.
broken through the fortification, just so you know. And so that
Swings
was
again.
a very big slash in the back or the side of the Bigfoot.
3, 4. That is second attack tank. He can't get the double hit. Second claw is a miss. So no bite
Okay.
attack.
Okay,
And that's it for him.
Benny.
Yep. I mean, Benny normally would be down to inspect this thing, but time constraints, I'm gonna instead just try to blast this thing instead. Okay, once again, I'm gonna move back, so attack of opportunity if so chooses.
Yeah, it will.
Of course. Okay,
That's 4 stabbing hits. And that's a total of 4.
okay.
Using a reaction to reduce that by 1.
Oh, thank you. So now I'm going to go ahead and use control breathing again to push my madness up to 6. We're really getting up there now. And then we're going to go ahead and fire our shotgun off one last time here. I should still have ammo. Yes, I do. I keep looking for dice to roll in real life. I'm so used to rolling dice. Okay, there we go. That's much better. So it's 3 striking hits. If I don't crit, but my total attack rolls at least 5 greater than my required to hit, the attack deals another +1 damage. Cool. And that would definitely fall into that. So 3d6s. Normally that would be 1, but I have an ability that since I have a madness of 6, my attacks can't low roll anymore. So 2, 3, 4, +1 for the chest opener attack from the shotgun, so 5 damage. And then
do wounds just carry over to the next?
Yeah, it just pushes forward. So you could in theory even break past the next fortification if you do enough damage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
If you did 5 damage, right?
I did 5 damage. Yes.
Dang, big hit.
And then I have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, and then I have the ability to now as a free action push my madness level 1 more, and I can make 1 more attack. And this is the last shot I have my shotgun here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 more points of damage.
So you shoot, interestingly, with a shotgun in this giant creature, and you notice that its sort of posture changes right away. It kind of like shrinks down. Its eyes are no longer red. The like seared mark on its chest starts to like go away. It disappears. It almost starts to like cower because it's hurt really bad now too. And it starts like cowering almost, and it starts to run into the room with the dog. And you kind of hear it speak and say, "Dog." What you guys would find out is that this Bigfoot, they're not actually like violent creatures, and they try to keep to themselves. And these cultists found it, and they did a ritual. They were worshiping it, and it kind of enraged it. You know, they changed it up, and they, you know, burned it, and so it changed it from a nice Sasquatch to an angry one. And that's why it started like, it actually was trying to keep this dog safe though. It just like didn't hurt the dog, but it killed the other creatures, or it killed like the elk, and then the people did do the goat sacrifice, the cultists. And so then you would have also figured out, you guys obviously know that Bellamy is a cultist.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what you guys would want to do, but it's up to you if you would want to like let the Sasquatch go.
Yeah.
Have some excuse or cover up as to why Bellamy's getting arrested by you guys. He was like animal cruelty or something like that is my guess.
He poisoned the deer.
Poaching.
The reason
Poaching is easy.
or poaching, yeah. Let's go with poaching.
Yeah.
We can tie him back to the missing dog also,
Right.
pretty easily. So we would probably connect him back to that.
Yeah. And he was faking his cat being gone to pretend like he wasn't a cultist.
Yep.
Just to like make him seem innocent.
No, that makes
So-
sense. I was tempted to run into that room to try getting the dog, but then when I heard that it's at the other side of the room, I'm like, I can't really get there and back in an efficient amount of time, so I didn't do that. But I was originally going to go into that fight not trying to fight this thing, but
Yeah.
Hey, thank you everybody for watching. See you next time when we will be playing Isha Deck on Will Chippers. Woo! Run by Ryan. See you there.